यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य
ओम ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः सर्वोपप्लवरहित प्रज्ञान घन प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्माहमस्मि सोहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि। ओम प्रपन्न पारिजाताय तोत्र वेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। May the Almighty Shri Lord Venkateshwara bestow all kinds of prosperity, health, wealth and eternal happiness with Paripurna Lakshmi Katakshams to you and the entire your family members and your friends too. Let us begin Bhagavad Gita, verse number 33 of 11th chapter. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Tasmat Twamuttitha Yasho Labhasva जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धं मयैवेते निहिताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. This verse we have almost completed seeing the meaning, but so one more thing has to be realized very well. So how to become an instrument in our life, because we have to use our brain. That's what we have been doing from the birth. Not from the birth, after 7 years we have to, or we had to think to make a decision about our own life. So throughout the life we have practiced how to make the decisions, because every second needs to make a decision. So now suddenly how can we leave the responsibility being a decision maker? That becomes conflict. When Lord Krishna says, just you leave everything up to me, you just consider yourself an instrument, you are, that's all. It becomes very, very difficult for us, and it is not possible also. There are lots of contradictions, means conflict will happen. Even our brain won't accept. How can I become an instrument? If at all I am taking myself, the first conflict will take place. So I don't become the karta, means author of an action. So when I perform an action, at that time in my mind the doership is taking place. So when I drive, when I eat, when I speak, when I sing, at that time that doership, that I am the doer, it comes automatically. So I cannot deny the experience of being a kind of doer. Sometimes we enjoy by experiencing the doership. When you drive a car, the driving gives a kind of satisfaction. When you drive the car in a very hilly area, the area which is very natural and which is containing lots of greenery around, you enjoy your driving. At the same time you enjoy the scenery also. So that the truth is, we enjoy our doership and also we enjoy our enjoyership. When I accept I am the doer, then I become enjoyer too. Now Bhagavan says you should not use your doership, you should not consider that's your part. Just you have to remove your brain and remove your decision making capacity. You keep it away and just listen to me what I say. It becomes very difficult for us. This cannot be able to accepted by us. Though Krishna says nimitta matram bhava he savyasachin, the savyasachin means ambidextrous bowman, that he can shoot the arrow with both hands. Therefore he was called a savyasachin. He savyasachin nimitta matram bhava. How capable Arjuna is, that all this capacity has to be kept away. He cannot have the ownership of his talents. In the same way, we also get 6 kinds of conflicts when we listen to this word. The first is, we find ourselves a samsari. We won't become responsible people. Whatever we perform as the karma, it has got karma phala, no doubt in it. So that karma phala won't stick with me because I'm not practicing the authorship, means doership, because Bhagavan becomes doer. So when I become mere an instrument, that Bhagavan has to be the author of the performance, whatever I do or perform. Now he becomes the author, therefore what? The samsaritvam goes to him. Samsaritvam means what? The person who suffers by or who is affected by karma phala. So when I perform karma phala with my own doership, I receive the karma phala. So there are so many accounts will take place in my accounts. Now I become an instrument. Now God will become the samsari. The first conflict, God will become samsari because God will own the kartrutvam. Kartrutvam means doership. So when God becomes doership, I become instrument. I become karana. Karana means what? Only a instrument. So the mere instrument cannot make any karma phala. So when you make the karma phala, then you become samsari. Now you are mere instrument, you cannot become samsari. God will become samsari. So who is introduced as omniscient, omnipotent, and not only that, nitya muktaha, nitya shuddha buddha mukta swarupaha will disappear. The first conflict, God should be known or accepted as a samsari. Then jiva becomes mukta purushaha, samsari. Mukta Purushaha means what? We need not to make any effort to study Bhagavad Gita, even we need not to pursue the spiritual activities, and we won't have the suffering also. We'll become free from our karma phalas. So do you know what does it mean? You won't have any pain and pleasure in your life. The life goes smoothly and you need not to make effort of anything because there is no karma phala. So where there is karma phala, you are provided a device called body. Now you won't own the body. So if at all, okay, chalo, the body has been received already. Now when you come to know the truth, when you convert yourself being an instrument of the God, you become very free. Your body won't bind you. And that too you can enjoy being in the body. And you need not to think for the future. You need not to think because you are an instrument. God will think for you. You need not use your brain. And why the brain is given, we don't know. We should not use our brain. We should not make any decision. Though the life is consist of completely every second we have to utilize the decision making capacity. We need not to make any decision. So beautiful, but many people cannot accept. The people that too who is practicing ego, they don't accept. They cannot accept. Therefore, nimitta matram bhava means they will start thinking about their bank balance and all wealth. We need to have the ego. We need to make the decision. We also become happy when we make the decision. Okay, we enjoy by making decision. We enjoy by experiencing the person who makes a decision. God says you cannot make the decision. This is a conflict. It's a big conflict. We need not to do anything. It appears to be a fatalism, a philosophy of fatalism. In the 7th chapter, we have thoroughly understood what is fatalism, the Sanatana Dharma, which never supports for fatalism, where you have to use your free will. Now, according to the suggestion of Lord Krishna, Nimitta Matram Bhava means how it has to be understood. That's what we are seeing. We have to become aware about the conflicts, what and all they are taking place. What and all the possibilities of conflicts are or can there be. That's what we are looking into. There are 2 conflicts which we have completed. So one is God becomes samsari, jiva becomes asamsari. So which is not true. God is mukta purushaha, jivas are bandhatmas. Then the third one, so we call it God is asamsari. Then why so many difference among the people? Because we don't have karma phala. Though we don't have karma phala, so once everybody they start thinking they are instrument, they are mere instrument, thereafter no cruelty should be found among the people. So how many people are suffering by disease? So there are so many accidents, so many earthquakes, like natural disasters. So all those things should not make men into suffer. We should not suffer. The responsibility goes to whom? God. God is the responsibility. He makes jiva, means being, suffer. We have to blame him. God becomes what? A kind of villain. God is said to be a compassionate one. According to this acceptance, so if we consider only mere instrument, God has to be blamed for everything. So nobody should be arrested here because they don't have ego, because God alone drives them. They are on merely instrument. Then it will become chaos. Naigrinatvam. So even Vyasacharya has discussed about this in Brahma Sutra. Means what? The God who doesn't have compassion. No compassion. That compassionlessness can be a big problem. When you think about the God, it becomes, you won't get the proper sense of God. Then, the next is Vaishamyatvam. So when you see people are suffering, you have to blame the God. That's okay. But, other group of people who are happy, they also enjoy. So their enjoyment also, we can divide into three, good, better, best. Means normal enjoyment, and there's high quality enjoyment, and that's supreme quality of enjoyment. Because when you enjoy the car, that car can be the normal car, Swift Desire, or some kind of normal car, Tata Indica. And Tata showroom itself, they give varieties of cars. Maruti gives varieties of cars, Benz give varieties of cars, and Skoda is there, and so many companies are there. Volvo is there. And the person who enjoys the car less than 10 lakhs. The another person, he enjoys more than 50 lakhs car. The other person, he enjoys the car which is more than a crore. Then the standard differs. Then God becomes what? God becomes a person who is victimized by us. He becomes a person who sees the partiality. Vaishamyatva doshaha. God becomes, partial person. So now we have seen God should get samsaritvam, jiva gets asamsaritvam, then nairgrinyatvam, then vaishamyatvam. Then what is fifth? Fifth is, we need not to study any dharma shastra, we need not to follow any rules, because when there is a driver working under somebody, the owner is the responsibility for making decision to reach the destination. The driver who is sitting in the driving seat and holding the steering, he need not to think about the place where he wants to reach. The yajamana, the owner, will direct him. Therefore, what? He need not to make the decision. He need not to think about the place, what kind of place that we are going to reach. He need not to think about it. He need not break the head about the destination. He need not to plan about the whole day. He just can enjoy there. He can drop and can be there and enjoy by reading newspaper or listening to FM radio. He can enjoy his whole time over there. While driving itself, he need not to think about the place where he is going to reach. So that's what the benefit it comes. Therefore, what? We need not to study Dharma Shastra. We need not to study the rules and regulations of the nature which is known as Dharma Shastra, or rules and regulations of the constitution. So God should know the constitution. See, in India we have to drive, the driving always with the left side. In America it is on right side, I suppose, because I have not been in America. But one thing, you have to be very careful when you drive. If you practice ego and free will, now God is the responsible person. He should learn the rules and regulations of every road, every court, every field, every department, he becomes the author. He should know all the language. He should know. So he is the creator. He should know because he alone does everything. I am just nimitta. Nimitta means I need not to have the brain. If God is asking you to maintain that nimittatva, instead of asking you, he could have or he would have created you without brain, without giving the decision making capacity like animals. Animals act according to their instinct. You need not to be provided the brain, but we are provided. We are given a so-called body which is very capable to make decision, to think about present and past and future, to also help others, other beings. But why Bhagavan says nimitta matram bhava, and what does he means? Therefore, the fifth comes Dharma Shastra Vaiyarthikam. There we need not to study any Dharma Shastra. We need not to study any kinds of studies. God should alone study. So all these, categories of conflicts, I think 6 conflicts, So God becomes samsari, sufferer, and Jiva should become Mukta Purusha if we follow the suggestion given by God. And what the third is Nairgranyatvam. God becomes compassionless person. And the fourth, Vaishamya Dosha, he becomes a partial one. Then what? Dharma Shastra Vaiyarthikyam. The fifth one is one should need not to study Dharma Shastra. Then the final one, he becomes the wrong creator. He doesn't know how to create the world, because in the world there are 3 conflicts already he has created. We are provided free will. Do you know what does it mean? Free will means you have to make the decision. So in order to use your decision making capacity, you need to have the choice. Free will must be utilized. Then there should be choice. If you want to reach your home, if there is only one road, you need not to make the decision. But there are 3-4 roads, short roads and long roads. The long road we can go through the bypass, which is a finest road, and the short road which is endowed with potholes. Now we have to use our decision making capacity, which is known as free will. So where there is free will, there will be what? Choices. So where there is choices, then conflict will come automatically. If I select the wrong choice, then I will suffer. It means God should have created the world without choice, without conflicts. He need not to provide free will even. So he has provided the free will. We have to utilize the free will. Therefore what? He has created the world without considering about his or Jiva's nature. Swamiji, we are not getting anything. I know it's a little bit difficult. If we follow as it is, nimitta matram bhava means we should not think that yourself you can remove your brain, you need not to use any decision making capacity. You just sit in front of the God and you wait for his instruction. Does it mean that? No. It means you follow dharma. You follow dharma. That's what Bhagavan is making you understand in the next verse. Dronancha bhishmancha jayatrathancha karnancha tathanyanapi virana yodha virana maya hathamstvam jahima vithishtaha yudhyasva jayatasi rane sapatnan. I have read in the last session itself. So he gives more understanding about his suggestion which he told in the last verse. Nimitta matram bhava, because you are nothing but instrument, in the sense you have limited body, mind, and sense complex. You cannot think about the future. You don't know about the past which happened really. So you are brought up in a situation with a limited body, mind, and sense complex. You cannot realize what exactly is going on. Are we realizing, for the time being now, when you listen to this class, are you really aware what is going on in the next corner of the world? No. So even though you are okay, Swamiji, we can become aware nowadays. There are TVs, channels, and satellites, and even mobile is connected with all kinds of satellites. I can just come to know. You cannot. At once, you cannot come to know. You are not omniscient. You are not omnipotent too. Therefore, that limitedness, Bhagavan says, you cannot understand what exactly goes. Therefore, all history of India, which is bluff. No, one should not mistake when I say like this. Bluff means any history, it is only valid by the author. And if at all there are 10 authors for a history written how the contemporary people should write the history. The contemporary people, they never write the history. The history is always written by the followers. The followers, whatever they have understood, they have pursued, only is written as the history, but something different could have been happened. That's what the understanding. We need a history, okay? We need a history. We have to follow the history, but a history cannot say completely what had happened. That's what the understanding one should have. That's what Bhagavan says. You are limited, my dear. You are limited. You are limited. You have to use your decision making capacity. I'm not asking you to stop your brain, you to stop दिमाग को सिर्फ ठंडा करके रखो. ऐसे नहीं बोला मैंने. I'm not saying that you don't use your brain. You have to use your brain. You have to make a selection. Means you have to utilize your selecting capacity. At the same time, you should not become victim of your own likes and dislikes. That's all. Okay? You should not listen to your mind's dislikes or likes. So likes and dislikes of the mind will drive you in wrong way, because it is not aware about dharma and adharma. You have to follow dharma. That is the only meaning by saying nimitta matram bhava. So when you listen to your likes and dislikes, you deviate, kartritva. So without raga dvesha, don't utilize raga dvesha. When you select, we always select according to our likes and dislikes. Okay? Because we like certain things, we don't like certain things. If option is provided, we go for always when we like. So many dishes are provided, like a gulab jamun, rasagulla, kheer, or some kind of other dishes are provided. You will select what you want, means what you like. That's what you select. We never select that. So I will select hereafter what I hate. That's not human being. Human being cannot do it. They won't do it. If at all they want to select what they hate, that hated things will become what? Into the category of the things which are liked. I'm not here to confuse, but we have to understand the mind and body. It always utilized in order to select the things which they like, in order to avoid the things which they don't like. Now, hereafter, you don't pay attention towards your likes and dislikes. Just make the decision according to the law of dharma. What dharma says, I will select it. So my selection should be governed by dharma. Dharma means what? Ishvara alone in the form of dharma. He alone functions being in the form of dharma. That is what the understanding we should bring here. Nimitta matram bhava. You should consider yourself, we are instrument of dharma, because dharma rules the entire universe. Without dharma, if anybody goes against the dharma, they will be punished. Therefore, according to that law, these all people have been already killed because they were working against dharma. Doesn't matter they are big personality, Drona, Bhishma, Kripa, Ashwathama, doesn't matter. That's what he says, Dronancha, Bhishmancha, Desadrathancha, Tatha Karnam, Tathanyanapi Anyaviran, Karnam Tathanyanapi Yodhaviran, Maya Hatamstvam Jahima Vyathishthah, Yudhyasvajeta Sirane Sapatnan, they have been killed by me who is in the form of dharma, because they were working against dharma, they are already being killed. Now you become an instrument of dharma, you consider that you just accept you are nothing but the instrument of dharma, then you fight, you will get prosperous life in future. This place is to be understood properly. No, because whatever that I have told in this session, it has to be taken for 3 more sessions. But there are so many verses. We have only half an hour for a session. We have to be a little bit hurry, that's all. But even though this is enough, you just listen to it again and again, definitely you will understand what to be understood. Now all the conflicts is because of what? The wrong understanding about the message which is given by Lord Krishna. Nimitta matram means what? You are a nimitta of dharma. You need not to get confused. Should I use my brain or what? Should I make a decision or what? And many people, even when they go to temple and they will pray, the prayer will be like this, Bhagavan knows everything, he will select whatever I want. You should learn how to make the prayer. You have to make the choice, you have to select something, you have to fix something as a destination, then you should have the prayer. Prayer should have the destination. Either the prayer should have the destination according to your likes and dislikes, or you have to accept the law of dharma, then you can adapt the law of dharma is the destination in your life. But you should have the destination when you pray. Even moksha can be the destination. Moksha, though it is not from outside, the moksha is found inside, it is realized inside, but it should also kept as the destination when you have the prayer. Therefore, one should know what is prayer and what kind of prayers we have to do. And it seems to be so great, he doesn't have any selfishness. He doesn't pray because, people prize when they deny something. I don't want anything. I don't want anything. There's people who say, I don't want anything, they will own everything. Just prayer is a valid process. The dealing with Bhagavan, you deal properly with the Bhagavan, it's absolutely transaction. Learn yourself how to become like a great merchant. The great merchants will yield the moksha. Through the transaction with the Ishvara, they will yield moksha as the destination benefit. That we have to learn. So Bhagavan will help for that. Then the next words, Ye tachrutva vachanam keshavasya Kritanjalirvepamanah kiriti Namaskritva bhuja evaha krishnam Sagadgadam bhita pranamya. This we will continue with the next session tomorrow. Harihi Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.